Blessings, Empress Vibrant here. Hey, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is blessed. Welcome to the third and fourth quarter of March love reading. Hope everybody has been blessed thus far. As we are approaching the end of March and coming into this newness energy for our April, our spring. Before we begin with our reading, please like, share, subscribe and comment. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when the readings drop. Also, I am doing a collaboration event with Daryl, the Astrology extraordinaire. We have an event on Eventbrite, which is the full moon in Virgo meditation, astrology and tarot reading. So definitely check that out. The links for that will be in the description box below, and also links for your personal readings, coaching and Reiki, and all the other various things are in the description box below. So I look forward to connecting with you. So what is going on towards the latter part of March? So the first energy that came up was getting to know each other. Yeah, getting to know each other. Okay. So it says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I know that there has been a lot of shadow work going on. So I think those who are having a more deeper those who are digging a bit more deeper are actually benefiting from the vulnerability that they've been showing one another. Obviously this shadow season has been proving to be one that has been really quite heavy, one wrapped around a lot of nostalgia, a lot of trauma, and I think because of those things, anybody who has come to you or you have formed any relationship within this time, you've had to be quite open and level up about where you're at, and not be so play all your cards close to your chest. It's not about being coy. I think we've passed being coy now. I think we're more, let me put my cards on the table, obviously not bear everything, because we still have, you know, some growing and some healing to do before we can, you know, fully trust that we can, you know, let our inhibitions go and fully open up. But there is definitely an energy around those who have really stepped into that energy. They are benefiting from it in a huge way, because your partner benefits from understanding where your triggers come from. Why you have particular tics, why you move the way you move, why they have to take some time with you, why they have to see with you a little bit, you know, give you some space, give you some time to heal, to develop, and that goes vice versa. You know, possibly who you're dealing with, they just need a bit of time, you know, dealing with opening up. But as they've been opening up bit by bit, you've got more of a command of who the person you are with at the moment, or who you are getting to know in this talking phase. And even for those who are in established relationships, there are times when we can benefit from some real intimate communication, and that just sends us to the next level of intimacy and vulnerability. So getting to know each other, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Okay, so what is going on? When I ask for a clarification, we have the 8 of Swords. So talking about your fears, your anxieties, your worries, the things that have held you back, the things that you believed, your self-limiting thoughts that made you feel like you were trapped and you couldn't move out of your current state, you know, maybe speaking about the way you're needing to change the way your outlook on life is, or how much you've had to really navigate through the dark feelings and the dark thoughts, and having to really look at what's real and what's not. You know, that whole false evidence appearing real, with that fear energy. And with the Eight of Swords talks about feeling trapped, feeling as though you can't see, you know, where the end is, what's going to happen. You feel bound, you feel trapped, you feel inhibited, you know. And this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. This is something that you're doing. This is a mental thing. The swords talk about our mental, our conscious, our subconscious thoughts. So I think maybe you let your significant other, or whoever you're talking to, kind of really kind of get to the crux of why you tick, you know, how you tick, and why you tick the way you tick, and why you move the way you move. It's like, I think someone benefits from understanding some of the scenarios that have come up where you've spiraled, you know, mentally you just spiraled, and maybe there was some touch of depression, or the bouts of anxiety, imagining things that could go wrong in the most worst scenarios ever, you know. And just to say, look, sometimes I take, you know, the worst case scenario comes up and I have to work myself down. I have to talk myself down out of this frenzied state, you know. And someone that benefits from your partner understanding how best to support you when you are going through this, you know, or where they see there's a build up because, you know, you're getting this nerves, you know. And all of it is because of things from the past. Like I was saying, opening up about things, you've got the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords talks about deception, talks about things that are hidden, manipulation, and maybe that's what you talk about, the possible things that happened, you know, the things that you had to overcome mentally and emotionally through these really quite tough times. And especially those things where you are feeling trapped and it's due to some type of lie, some type of deception. Maybe you weren't told the truth, and when the truth was outed, it was a huge thing, and it changed your whole outlook on life, how you showed up, how you communicated with your family and friends and things like that. So I feel like even this month, if you feel the pull to have a heart-to-heart, really have that heart-to-heart, because it will really support you. Because the amount of things that's going on, you're going to need an ally, you know. You're going to need to have someone to understand what's really going on. You've got the Five of Wands, so communication needs to happen, because there is a lot of competition, there's conflict energy here, and I think this is what it is. Things are going on. I'm having issues at work, you know. I'm having issues, you know, with my colleagues, with, you know, with my partners, with anybody, you know. I think it's any kind of conflict, and I feel like, you know, a competition, almost like, yeah. And for some of you, this is you talking about the competition that you had in your relationship, where your partner or your ex-partner was like your biggest hater. They didn't want you to thrive, and they definitely don't want you to thrive now that you're not with them and you're on a different kind of energy. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe you let them know, the reason why I don't accept things from you, or I don't even want you to do too much, is, boy, you got thrown in my face when there was support here, you know. And there was always some type of competition about who was going to do what, and who was further along in their journey and all of that. So possibly, you know, talking about the friendships and all the interactions that have shaped you is what deepens your bond with one another. So this week, and for the last week of May, which we are force work tunes, but I think in May as well you probably find that there is a huge breakthrough in your relationship. You're going to see the fruits of, the uncomfortable communication, opening up, saying a bit more, letting somebody know, more things, deeper than the surface level stuff, and when that pull is there. But you'll definitely benefit from opening up and becoming more vulnerable in this time. So that's for some of you. I feel like that's definitely a group of you there. And then we have separation. So it says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So for some of you, there is definitely a time of separation. You and your significant other, or you and your friends, or you and your family are having some much needed time apart. This time apart is allowing you to navigate your tasks, you're relinquishing so much energy given to other people and what's going on with them. It's not like you don't care, and it's not like there was no love, but it's you're taking back the extra energy and saying, right, well, I need to do this, I need to spend time on myself, you need to do this, so let's take some time apart to get things done. Let's take some much needed time for self. Let's evaluate where we are. Let's come back to this. And then for some of you, this has not been an amicable separation, and it's not going to be, if it hasn't happened yet, an amicable separation. And I feel like it's a lot to do with miscommunication as well. So in the clarification, we have the Justice card. So definitely somebody feels like there is a need to get some type of justice, talk their truth. Somebody wants a bloody apology. I don't know what was said. I feel like it's something around a request that was either denied, or the way it was given or delivered was not what you was expecting, or not what the other person was expecting. And somebody wants some justice. Somebody wants, and for some of you, somebody wants to shout from the rooftops that this person has wronged them in some type of way. Do not see them as some type of angel, because they clearly aren't, because of how they dealt with me. And for some of you, this is just the much needed time, the balance that is needed. The Justice card talks about the balance, and I just feel like it's the balance between that self-love and care and supporting your significant other and those who are around you. This could do with work, projects, your family and your friends, but I think it's about the balance. For some of you, there needs to be an energy around. I think for some of you, you just want to celebrate now. You just want to cheers to the weekend, cheers to how far we've come, cheers to life. Look at it, look at us. We've made it, family. But I feel for some of you there is a separation with the family, because there is not a balance at the moment. But I feel like there is a celebration in. Okay. So what I've heard is that there will be some of your family members who will be celebrating that your relationship is no longer, or is on ice. Some of your people do not believe this person is enough for you, right for you. So some of them will be like, well, okay, so and all that, don't take it personal. Just know that it's coming from a space of love. Those who are closest to you, those who are your loved ones, your confidants, they only want the best for you. So don't take it in a like, oh, they're just being a hater kind of way. It's not even that. It's just that they want the best for you, and where they see any kind of short changing, things ain't balanced, you're doing this, it's like an 80-30 kind of thing in your favour. It's like, nah, not in your favour. You're dealing with the heavy lifting and all the weight. I kind of get it still, but yeah, like I said, for some of you, this is your wish fulfillment. This is the break that you needed. You're celebrating the time for yourself. All of these cups you are giving to yourself. You're filling up your cups with this time of separation. You're feeling renewed, and you're going to feel so much better because you're giving yourself so much more. So when this offer does come back in again, if it does come back in again, this offer of love, this Knight of Cups energy, where this this person comes in sort of saying, yeah, I'm ready now. I've done some soul searching. I've grown up a lot. I still got a lot of growing up to be had. Obviously, I'm not the king as yet, but I'm a knight. I'm no longer, a child or an adolescent. I'm moving through this stuff, and I'm learning. And maybe this separation is the time for this person to do a much needed growing in the time of separation. And for some of you, this person will definitely be coming back. And for some of you, this was definitely what you needed. And you are cheers to the rest of my life. And you ain't gonna do any more crying about it. You understand that people come in and out of your life for a reason. Like I said, take this as it resonates and leave what doesn't. But I feel like a lot of it is intertwined. Some of you, it's definitely your significant other, and for some of you, this is definitely family. And there's a space happening, and I think within this space there's a lot of growth. So when everybody does come back and there's this offer of an olive branch or an offer of communication, love, unity coming together, that it's going to be able to be received. There's going to be a reciprocal energy around it. So we have, this could be the one. Okay, this could be the one. So you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. Now for some of you off the top, this is somebody who you don't even want to let anybody know that this is the person that you think this is the person for you. Number one, yes, you've already met them. This is possibly someone you've already even been with. And for some of you, which is really beautiful, this is someone you've been in the same space with, but you don't know on a personal level. This is somebody who you possibly rub shoulders with at an event. Possibly you follow them on social media. Yeah, possibly this is someone that you either went to school or college with. Yeah, someone that you've known from back in the day. So it's like you know them, but you don't know them. Possibly, like I said, you shared the same spaces. And for some of you, this person is like, nah, I can't even let people know this is the person I'm chatting to. Could this really be the one though? This is the person. Imagine this person's been under my nose for the longest time. It's that kind of energy. And I feel like they've been watching you for a long time as well. So let me see what the clarifications are. So to clarify, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, see, a decision. I think someone has to make a decision whether or not they make it public. That, do you remember such and such from where? Yeah, I'm seeing them, we're talking now. We've moved things to the next level. Yeah, it's like, do I really want to let people know what's going on, what they're going to say? And it's like, all in the head. This is swords, so this is a lot of mental back and forth, possible anxiety, possible nerves, kind of wanting to kind of be head over heart you know, so that you make decisions that not based on, you know, the fluttering that's going on, because you feel like this could be the one, but you want to, yeah, it's like almost rationalize things and do the logical thing. And with these scenarios, it's not really a logical scenario, it's more of a chemical thing that's going on. There's a lot of energetic exchange going on. I like that. But for some of you, this is a decision to go public, let people know. And for some of you, this is even a decision whether or not you're ready to even open up yourself to any kind of relationship anyway. You know, so possibly somebody from the past might come back up. Some of you already known, possibly only got so far with, so possibly don't be surprised if somebody pops up before the end of the month and it's like, well, what are you saying? You know, maybe I've seen your videos, or I saw such and such connected to you, it made me think of this time, that time. We've got the Knight of Swords, so definitely passionate energy coming in, somebody who's going to be quite direct, and I don't think they're going to take no for an answer. So I think although you may kind of be on the fence in the mind and you know what's going on inside, I think this person is relentless. This is a Swords energy, so they've got that kind of energy where they're thinking a lot about you. They've decided what they're going to say, how they're going to do, how they're going to approach you. And I think this Knight, with this sword, I think he's direct and he's straight down the line. He's a sharpshooter and he's saying what it is, meaning what he says, not mincing any words either. Yeah, I like that. And I think, you know, you're coming up at this Queen of Cups energy where you're open to kind of exploring what your feelings are, you know, opening up to that space where, okay, you are willing to be nurtured, as well as nurture your relationship, nurture your interactions, your relationships across the whole. You know, you want that complete balance, and I think you want transparency, and you always want to show your strength. You know, in regardless of what's going on, you always want to show your strength, and so the fact that you're grounded, although you can be quite emotional, you are intelligent. There's emotional intelligence here. This is not just raw born emotions and you're just thrown left and right by, you know, whatever emotion tends to come up. But this is more an intentional kind of energy, which I like as well, because I feel like although there has been, for this particular Queen of Cups, a lot of, you know, turbulence in her life and in her love life, as well as just, you know, day-to-day run-ins, she's open to it. Well, some of you are still on the fence, you know, but I think what's swaying you guys who are on the fence is the way this person who's just on it like Sonic, people, on it like Sonic. And I feel like for some of you this is enough for you to kind of look at it, and for some of you this is just a red flag. You're relentless. I've decided I'm not bothering, you're on me. I've gone through a lot of stuff, I'm emotional, I'm not trying to hear all of that, I'm trying to nurture myself. Things have went down, you know, you've got the Devil energy, so again, you know, possibly negative thoughts and negative energies, and maybe what you've gone through before is like a really dark night of the soul energy with somebody, and it's been like some real karmic, harsh lessons, you know, wrapped in addictions or wrapped in a codependent relationship, you know, something that was toxic and not great for you, you know, not great for your self-esteem either. So I feel like for some of you this could be the one. It's sort of like you're not sure because of what's happened in the past, and for some of you this could be the one, but the reason why you have to make a big decision is because you're seeing that some of this person's got some some addictions or some issues with vices, or the way they handle situations, you're on the fence about that because you're like, there's a lot of darkness here and you've got stuff to do, you know, you've got stuff to really, you know, yeah. And I think for some of you this goes back to that separation. I think for some of you it's like, yeah, there's too much darkness here, there's things you need to get done, or I've got so much darkness within me and I've got to get done. I need to take some time to nurture myself. Yeah. Definitely watch overindulging in this time as well. You know, letting your thoughts just carry you away. There is a lot of wands. I mean wands, there's a lot of swords in this. Swords and cups, swords and cups. There's a lot of swords. So a lot of mental things going on, you know, so possibly things going on with your Libra, Gemini and Aquarius energy here. You've got Aries here, Leo, Sag. And there is like some cups energy, but the majority of this energy here is a lot of swords. You know, a lot of Gemini energy, and I feel as though that's the thing, the balancing. Who feels what when, and the changing of that energy. Anyway, I just got into the feel of that. Yeah, for some of you this is a lot of contemplation. Don't beat up your brain about it, you just take your time. No biggie, no biggie, no biggie, no biggie. Yeah. Okay, so we have some advice for supporting or healing the heart space. We have the past. Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Past. Through the Through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. That glare. Blech. Alright, so the past. So through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. Okay, so it's releasing that, you know, and we're still healing through stuff. It's not about rushing through this process, but recognizing what is from the past, and like I said, communicating that, understanding where you are, being clear and transparent about where you are, and the fact that you are letting go and you are still working through letting go of these stagnant situations, just so that you can be open, you know, transform that heart space like it says. And then we have creativity. You love to devise new ideas, innovations and forms of illumination. So it is really all about using this energy, transmuting it into acts of creativity. You know, get creative, you know, write, paint, whatever it is that you can do to expel energy, change your focus, bring a sense of calm, that therapeutic energy. You know, when you do something, it could be anything, and it could just be so therapeutic. You know, for me, sometimes I haven't done it in a while, but I like to draw. I'm not the best artist in the world, but I enjoy drawing, enjoy colouring in, enjoy writing, you know, and these kind of things are quite therapeutic. So not only is it a way for me to express creatively, it also allows me to move through the energy and explore with it and see where it's going to go. So in closing, let's go through some words of encouragement. We have our affirmation: I am grateful for everything in my life today. I am grateful for everything in my life today. My passion ignites me. My passion ignites me. Yeah. Peace and calm are within me. Peace and calm are within me. And then lastly, I live without fear. I live without fear. I love that, because that's exactly what we need to move through, so that we can have new experiences, you know, especially for those who are single and not got anybody who they're talking to. That's what we're moving through, not having fear in what happened in the past and what didn't work, you know, but rather being open and honest with whoever's coming in about where we're at, so that they can meet us there and we can be honest and true and open, because that's helpful at the end of the day. But yeah, that has been your reading. I hope it resonates. I hope there is something in there for you. If there isn't any resonating energy, then possibly, you know, you can watch it at a later date. Maybe it might make better sense then, or maybe this just isn't your reading, and that is totally okay too. Please like, share, subscribe and comment. And for your personal reading, so that it is more tailored and the energy is for you, then book your personal readings. The information is in the description box below. Click my link tree for the full moon in Virgo meditation with Daryl, the astrologer, and we are going to be doing a meditation and readings, so do join us. The event is on Eventbrite. Book your tickets there, and I'd love to see you then. Take care. Blessings.